Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And welcome to our very first KLM Talks, a new platform for KLM people to be creative, fun, and engaging. I am Mark Sadiq, one of the hosts for today's session. And inshallah, for the future KLM Talks, we would like other students to be our hosts as well. Ladies and gentlemen, for our very first session, we are honored to have our very own Dean as our very first guest. Assalamualaikum, Dr. Azrul Azlin,
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
our Dean of Kuliah of Languages and Management, International Islamic University of Malaysia, Campus Pago. Thank you for joining us today on this blessed day. How are you today, Abi?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Okay, for those who didn't know, Dr. Azrul takes care of us with so much love and very compassionate person, just like a father would do. That's why Abi is just the perfect nickname for him. Oh, fun fact about this live stream. Okay, Abi, this stream will be seen by students outside of KLM, even outside of Malaysia as well.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. And not forgotten, thank you everyone too for joining us today in this live stream. And throughout this live session, if you have any questions, feel free to write down your question in the chat box and don't shy, okay? Because today Abi will be more than ready to answer all of your question, inshallah. Right, Abi?
Yeah, inshallah.
All right. Okay. People of KLM, do you know why we are having this live stream? Okay, I'm sorry. It's not that I can hear you guys or something because you are on the other side of the screen. But the reason why we are having this live stream is to kickstart our KLM iFest. That will be held for surprisingly 1 month. Unbelievable. That is a long time, kan Abi?
Yeah.
1 bulan.
Yeah.
And for your information, this is the very first time KLM is going to have a virtual opening ceremony because the main theme for this festival is digitalization and modernization. So we would like also to grab this opportunity to kickstart our very first KLM talks in our very own Conti in KLM Pago. And I am very excited today to be the first one to be part of this. All right, a quick brief here. A quick brief about this festival. It is a 1 month event and we will break it into 4 weeks. And each week will have its own theme. So our first week, which is this week, is going to be health and well-being, followed by academic and intellectual, and then spiritual, and lastly, we will be having culture as our final theme. And to be honest, I would really love to explain more about each and every single theme, but then it's going to take longer than festival
Yeah.
itself. So if you want to find any information, you can follow our social media accounts at KLMIFest for both Twitter and Instagram. Okay, now let's proceed to our next agenda today. Let's have a chit chat with Abi. Okay,
Hi.
Abi, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So I'll be asking few questions.
Mm.
Okay, all right. Okay, the first question is, we both know in KLM the students are encouraged to be good at doing research
Okay.
doing research papers. Okay, B. So my first question is, do you agree that it is easier to do research paper now in this modern world than back then in the old days due to the advances in technology?
Okay. Thank you for that question. Yeah, the answer is yes.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so
Oh, really?
because when I started doing research,
Mm.
I need to read many references.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, we have Google Google Scholar,
Mm-hmm.
so we can type one keyword, so we can get many articles.
Oh my, yes.
But on that day, previously, what we need to do is we need to read as many books, as many references as we can. But sometimes when you read,
Mm-hmm.
you find that the articles are not suitable to your research.
Oh my god. So you're trying to say that you have to go to library and then search for books and
Yes,
articles.
you need to read the physical books.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine because I think every student in KLM can relate to this, where we just use Google Scholars to
Yes.
search any articles that we want to complete our
Yeah.
research.
There's one thing to do analysis also.
Oh yeah.
Before this, I need to learn statistics
Mm-hmm.
to analyze
To
the
analyze the
data.
data.
But now we have SPSS.
Oh yes,
And also
true.
to analyze quality data.
Mhm.
Before this, we need to do it manually. But
Manually,
now we
manually. Oh my
we
gosh.
have Atlas TI and we
Mm-mm.
have also NVivo.
I see. Okay, that is a very interesting fact. Yeah, where we can see the difference between back in the old days and nowadays. All right, now Abi, let's move on
Yeah.
to the next question, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now
Yeah.
on your smartphone right now,
Okay.
what are your top 3 favorite apps? Okay, as for me,
Okay.
I'll go with Instagram.
Instagram first.
Yes, Instagram first, and then
Okay.
probably Twitter, and probably, I don't know, Grammarly. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'll go with Telegram. Maybe Instagram, Twitter, and Telegram. What about you, Avi?
Okay. My first app is of course WhatsApp because I use this for communication.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, I always refer to Quran tafsir
Wow,
because
mashallah.
because when I read Quran, I need to understand. So
Mhm.
this second WhatsApp that I always use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when I open my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one is Google Drive or
Google Drive.
Google's Doc or Google Sheet because I need to update what I'm going to do.
I see.
Let's say if I go for a meeting, so I
Mhm.
need to plan what I'm supposed to do for the next week, for example,
Mm-hmm.
or next month.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore,
So you have already everything planned out for
Yeah.
your future planning.
yeah,
And talking about Quranic application, that hits me hard. I mean, like as an IIM students, we are encouraged to read Quran a lot. So most of you guys who are watching this live, you are more than welcome to always open or use your Quran apps. Okay.
it's not only to read
True.
Quran,
True. Yes.
but
Absolutely.
also to understand
Yes. To
the
understand
meaning
what
of
you
the
are
Quran.
reading.
Yeah.
Okay. Now to the let's proceed to our last question.
Hmm.
Okay, but you have to be honest, tau.
Okay.
Okay. Janji eh?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, Abi. Do you play any e-sport or any games in your smartphones, like I don't know, PUBG ke, Mobile Legend ke, or any games lah, like maybe Candy Crush or Angry Birds also can. Have you played any esports game before?
Do you ask? I mean, right now or before this?
It can be before this too. I mean, like, do you have any experience in playing any of those
Yeah,
e-games?
once upon a time,
game?
I played Angry Bird.
Oh my god, same. I mean, like, everybody is playing. Everybody wants pernah main Angry Birds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your opinion about esports? Like, does it give any benefits to us, or maybe it can improve us in certain ways, or can reduce stress, or maybe who knows? What is your opinion about games? Or maybe it is not good for students because it can be very addictive.
Actually, there is a debate.
Mm-hmm.
Is e-sport part of sport or not?
Yes.
Because we are talking about e.
Yes.
Okay.
E,
So I don't know. Maybe we can say that e-sport can help us in terms of the use of our thinking
mm-hmm.
in playing the games,
So it's like strategizing.
strategizing.
Yeah.
But in terms of physically,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not quite
Healthy.
Healthy.
Yeah, true that, because once you start to play games, you start to sit on your bench or couch and then
Yeah.
start to play the games for hours and hours without doing
Mm.
nothing, and it can give more harm than good actually can. All right, thank you Abi for the intellectual and
Welcome.
educational answers. I really appreciate it. Okay, now let's move on to the next agenda. Okay, we are going to open the floor to Q&A session with Abi. So, students, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put your question or drop your question at the chat box, and I'll be reading the question for you. I'll be selecting 3 questions from you guys so that Abi will answer it for you. Okay, let's check the question. Yeah.
I can answer the question, I'll answer.
Okay.
But if I can't,
All right, sure.
I let Mark answer. The
Oh
question.
my gosh. Okay, let's see how it goes. Let's search the question. So, okay, mari kita tengok. The question,
So far, no question.
So far, they're only saying about Abi. Abi, the closer to the mic, please. Oh no, everyone. Okay. Okay, let's see any question that we have right now. Oh, someone said that Abi looks very handsome today,
Oh, thank you.
but I think Abi looks handsome every day. What are you guys talking about? Right? I always impressed by Abi.
They were talking about you.
No, it's
Okay.
about Abi here.
Okay.
All right. So, the first question, okay, Abi, what do you expect from your student after we graduated? This is a
Okay.
very good question. Thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah, answer. Yeah, let me read out the username. It is from Nur Afirah Jaharuddin.
Nur.
Nur Afirah Jaharuddin.
Okay. Thank you, Nur Afira.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What we like students when they
Mhm.
they graduate, we need to we want to see the student that number one, they are excellent in academic.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, they are excellent in skills.
Skills.
And number three, they have good attitude, good
Okay.
akhlak, good manner. So when they go out there,
Mm-hmm.
people will think, oh, this is
I am.
KLM.
This is KLM.
KLM
Okay,
students.
KLM. Okay, not
KLM
I am, but
students.
KLM students. So
Yeah.
remember, the number one is to have a very good academic,
Yeah.
and number two is to have
To have
a
good skill.
to have good skills, and the last one will be to have a very good akhlak and attitude. So
Yeah.
that is something that we need to work on. Okay, guys, because we have to fulfill Abi's expectation. Macam tu.
Not my expectation, but kuliah.
Kuliah. Okay, I'm
expectation,
sorry. Kuliah expectations. Okay, now let's proceed to the next question from Opmo Momomo.
Oh.
Very cute username. Okay, so Abi, is there any tips to memorize the Quran easily?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What we need to do is we read the Quran daily.
Mm-hmm. Daily.
Daily, and what we need to do is to repeat the ayah that we are going to memorize many times.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only you read one time and then you can memorize. You need to
repeat it again and again.
repeat it again and again, and also you need to understand the meaning
of
of
what
the
you are reading.
ayah.
The ayah. Okay, faham.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's proceed to the next question.
Hmm.
Okay. Abi, what are your favorite travel apps? Do you use any apps when you're
travel
traveling?
apps.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me check my phone. I always use Agoda,
Agoda,
okay, booking.com,
Booking.com,
and also Grab.
Grab.
Yeah.
Also, you also use Grab a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's good to know. I mean, some people they might feel insecure about using that apps. Do you know why? Because they feel uncomfortable to ride with strangers. I don't know.
Okay.
Some people are, but it depends on who you are.
Mm.
Okay, let's move on to our last question. We receive a lot of questions right now, but we can only select few because due to the time constraining. So the last question, okay, Abi? The last question is from Nur Azlin. What will happen to KLM Pago in terms of facilities in Kuliah and Mahala in 5 years from now? Is there any future planning for Kuliah?
Facilities.
Yes, facilities.
Yeah,
Is there
yeah.
anything new that you would like to add into this KLM?
Okay. We are planning to have like a lab.
Okay,
that
a lab.
We have we call it a green screen lab.
Oh,
For
wow.
Students, yeah, to record to have to make videos, but by
You-
having the green
Green screen
screen.
effect. We have something familiar in IIM Gombak too, right? If I'm not mistaken, yeah. And it's really cool to have it here because I think the last previous semesters when I'm doing my assignment, we have to record this video and we choose to use the green screen effect.
Okay.
And what we did was we bought the green clothes, the very huge big green clothes, and then tampal dekat dinding, and then we
Okay.
record it and then edited it. So
Okay.
it's good that we finally is getting our very first green screen room. So thank you, Abi, and hopefully it will be come true. It will come true, inshallah. Okay, so I would really like to thank all of you guys for joining this live stream, and there's a lot of questions here, but due to the time constraining,
Inshallah, next time. Next
yeah,
time.
we will always be having next session, inshallah, and we will also love to invite Abi more
Inshallah.
to this live stream. Thank you so much for the comments and the questions. Now let's go to our very main agenda, because to be honest, I would really love to prolong this session, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way because there's a lot of questions left to be answered. But sadly, we have to move on to our main agenda. So with much honor, we would like Abi to officiate this KLM Fest by digitally signing on the device. So please. Event. Thus, with the end of the signature session, that remarks the opening for KLM Fest. But before we end today's live, Abi, do you have any advice or any motivational words for all of us to continue our study, or if you like to sing to all of us, please
Okay,
welcome.
maybe just one sentence.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Work hard and be humble.
Work hard and be humble. That is a very motivation. That is very powerful words actually, because once you achieve a certain level, you start to forget who you are. So that's why you need to always be humble. Okay,
Yeah.
guys,
So we need to dream big,
dream big,
work hard,
work
and
hard,
be
and
humble.
be humble.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abi, for the motivational words.
Welcome.
And for those who like to know more about KLMI Festival, please follow us at KLMI Fest, KLMIFEST, both for our Twitter and Instagram for any future updates. And thank you, Abi, for joining us. Thank you. We really appreciate your
Welcome.
precious time
Welcome.
to spend your time here with us in this live stream. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
And with that, until then, I am Mark Sadiq and I'm signing off. See you again soon. Take care and good luck in your studies. Bye.
Bye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.